Hi guys, welcome back, welcome in, and welcome to the 7-7 portal that we are stepping through tomorrow. Today is July 6th. I just wanted to take a moment to tap in with you guys and see where we need to focus our energy. This portal is calling us to really step into our own authority, to be the authority in our lives, take control of our lives, speak life and prosperity into our life. It's also, wow, also a really good time to take some decisive steps towards your dreams, your aspirations, your goals, and to truly create long lasting, withstanding, solid prosperity. So, with that being said, we are going to further hone in on and really call in all the blessings and all the good things. Before we jump in with our cards for our divination, we are going to be using our singing bowl to really clear any lingering energy that needs to be cleared, to connect to each other as a collective, and then as a collective directly to spirit, so we can get a really nice concise message. If you would like to use this time to call on any specific guides, deities, archangels, any beings of light you would like to be present for this reading, this act of divination, please feel free to do so now. The more, the merrier. All right, guys, here we go. Okay. Spirit, speak to me and through me. What does the collective need to focus on for this 7-7 portal? What opportunities for prosperity are coming towards them? Oh, brother. What is a 7-7 portal bringing for us? The cards are being... What the hell? What is happening? Cards are being awfully fickle. Okay. What is coming in for a spirit through this 7-7 portal? What are we calling in? What is materializing? How do I say it like that? What is materializing for us at this time, spirit? Just a few cards, and then we'll get some oracle. Is this deck not feeling talkative today? Do I need to switch? Yeah, right. I was about to say, this deck is the most talkative. That's not true, actually. This one is my original one that was gifted to me versus this one that I bought for myself. I know you're not supposed to do that, but literally I would never have anything if I waited for people to give me stuff, especially tarot decks. Like, what? All right, first card we got out. 10 of Wands. What are you still carrying that does not belong to you? What burdens are you still shouldering that are not yours to shoulder? You need to lay it down. You cannot continue to drag other people's responsibilities while you're trying to call in more for yourself, while you're trying to expand, while you are trying to embark on a new journey. Whatever it is you're trying to do, you cannot do it if you're carrying other people's things while simultaneously ignoring yourself and your own desires and wishes. Maybe you're really craving more alone time, more quiet time time for you to center and just really be by yourself and ground, but you can't because you take on too much of other people. So you're like, oh yeah, I can handle it. And of course you can, and you can handle it with ease and grace because that's just who you are, but you shouldn't have to. And it feels like if you don't lay down some of these things and refocus your energy, turn it inward, this portal is also an excellent time for introspection. So you can really, really figure out what you want, focus on it, and make a really clear plan for it. On the Sunday reset reading that I just did, we had a lot of really focused, really driven energy come through, but it was only after we let go of this self-imposed stuckness that has a lot to do with other people's expectations, not feeling like you can leave a job because XYZ, all of these things that we carry and kind of keep ourselves trapped. It's the same thing that we're doing here. It's overburdening, over encumbering yourself with other people's things to the point where spirit is like, you need a break. You need to focus on your own thoughts, your own ideas, your own opinions, your own path, and shut everything else out. You really need a period of meditation, whether that's incorporating it into your like daily routine, going to weekly classes to where you have like an hour-long, really productive, really deep meditation. This could be meditating in the woods, but Spirit is really saying you can't keep carrying everything for everyone else. Let people deal with their own burdens so you have the bandwidth to focus on yourself and to call in what you really, really want and value and want to experience. Nine of Cups and the Page of Cups are the next two cards out. You're really longing for some emotional security, some emotional stability, emotional fulfillment, contentment, just feeling really at ease and at peace. This is also wishes being fulfilled, whether no matter the capacity, but it is giving like puppy love, romantic crush energy. You could be really crushing on someone right now, and that could be your dream. It would be a dream come true for you if this person reciprocated, if this person reached out, expressed themselves in this really sweet, loving way. This is a younger feminine energy. It doesn't have to be like gender-wise, but feminine energy. Someone who is very expressive. They could be seen as overly emotional because their emotions could be what comes out first before anything. Whoa. Before anything else. They could just be really emotionally expressive. This also, to me, is just speaking about you as a younger person who is more open, who is more accepting, more loving, more like rose-colored glasses, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. It's not necessarily a good thing. It's just speaking to a time in your life when you had wishes and dreams and you did daydream and you did kind of fantasize. It's calling you to back to that time, pointing you to that time. Like, what do those dreams look like? What do those daydreams look like for you? Where do you find your mind wandering when it is still? When you do have a moment when you do have a moment to yourself, what are the thoughts that are popping in your head? The thoughts that are not consuming you, but the ones that are reoccurring, and the ones that like, where does your mind go when you let it wander? When you dream about the perfect life, what are you dreaming about? What does that look like? We have more air energy here with the Libra card coming out, Justice. This is also speaking to, you could be receiving some sort of justice in a legal situation. maybe that's why you're feeling stuck, why you're feeling like you can't lay down this burden, because it could have something to do with like custody. If this is pointing to children, you could be going through some sort of like custody. So with this portal, if what you're really wanting is that to come to an end, for this decision to be made so you can move on with your life, so you can, again, focus your energy, create some sense of stability. You could have been in a place of like not knowing, some sort of state of limbo. It could have something to do with a house situation, like a living situation. Maybe you got wrongfully evicted. But I do feel like with this justice card here, there is some sort of legal situation, court situation. Again, that doesn't have to be all bad. It could be like patents. You could be drawing up some sort of legal NDA paperwork to protect your assets. You could be, what is it? What are those called? Prenups. You could be like drawing up a prenup. Okay, that's the last card we're going to get for the, for tarot. We're going to jump over to Oracle now. There's definitely this portal, because that's what this reading is for, right? I always want to bring it back to that and give you like actionable steps that you can take and how to work with this. So for tomorrow, I would put a lot of time and attention and detail, thought, all of the things into how you make money, how you want to make money moving forward, what streams of income, thank you, that you want to nurture versus the ones that you maybe want to lay down and let go of, because not all of them are working. It could also be pointing to, if you are still in a 9-to-5 and wanting to do something in a different direction, change careers, go out on your own, whatever the case may be, Spirit is telling you that now is the time, because the effort that you're putting in, the load that you're carrying, it's not worth, the juice is not worth the squeeze. Is you're putting in a lot of effort for like one tiny little sip. It's taking you an hour to get that much, and it's like, okay, it's just not, there's more for you, is what Spirit is saying. All right, let's see what the tea leaf, what else is here? What else are we focusing on? Months of the year. Okay. November. Interesting. Oh, would that be, no, that's October. Oh, okay, never mind. I was going to say you could be a Libra, but no, that would be October and September. Haystack. Karma. You will reap what you have sown. I feel like this is a good thing for you. I feel like you've only put out good. You've only put out what you would want to get back. So now it's like, oh, hell yeah, I'm ready to get all of the good things. And a rooster, an arrogant, boastful person you should not cross. Ew. I don't like that. Oh, here's October. So you could be a Libra. Libra could just be a significant time of year for you. Okay, we got October. So this fall is going to be really significant for you. I also feel like if you put a lot of attention and effort into walking through this 7/7 portal and really changing like your scenery and your surroundings and what your life looks like, by October, November, you're going to start seeing a completely new life that is a result of this portal. So pay attention to what is going on in those months. Maybe come back to this reading and just, oh, we've got May now too, an apple. Temptation will test you. A misunderstanding here with wall. Protected from negative forces beyond your control with cobweb. when we had October come out with Cobweb, it's giving spooky season. I don't know. Me personally, that's my fit outside of Cancer season, because that's my season. I'm a summer baby through and through. I love spooky season. I want to do like a Summerween birthday one year, because I love fall so much. Sorry, sidetracked. I feel like this fall for you is gonna be magnificent. It's gonna be life-changing. Like, okay, not life-changing. Yes, life-changing, but like life changed, if that makes sense. Like, you're gonna be in a new home. You're gonna be maybe in a new relationship, if that's what you want, in a new space, in a new career, in a new job, new city, new country. I don't know. It's just like lots of new things are coming in for you, around you. If you so choose, if that's what you want. If you want to change, if you feel overburdened, like overworked and underpaid is kind of what I'm picking up on. You do lots of things, but you still live paycheck to paycheck. I don't know. It just feels like you're ready for more. So as you lay down the expectations, the burdens, the obligations, you call in more. You make space for more. Sorry, let me shuffle these up here. All right, Spirit, speak to me and through me. What else? Okay, that'll do. Oh, is that 3? Okay, that's a lot, but that's okay. We have milk and butter, stone circle, and honey. Milk and butter. Stone circle and honey. We'll read about these in just a second. Oh, maypole on the bottom of the deck. Yes, I know these are Beltane cards, and I know that was back in May, but these are the only like summer type cards. The rest are fall, winter festivals or seasons, whatever. All right, Spirit, speak to me and through me, to the collective, for the 7/7 portal. Wow. Ah! Okay. Letter, clover, luck. We have gentleman, stars, and garden on the bottom of the deck. This letter, you could be getting served. Don't let that scare you. This could be something that you've been expecting. Maybe it is the end of like a marriage or a contract through work. You could be terminating a contract, but it feels like you're getting some sort of legal letter through the mail, some sort of legal correspondence. This could be like a new contract for work, a new offer could be coming in for you. What the hell? Why did it get so quiet? That was weird. A letter from a judge, like a ruling. This has been in your favor, whatever. Maybe you're getting a settlement from a previous judgment. Like maybe this has been years coming. Maybe you received some sort of judgment years ago and you're finally receiving the money, the payment, the settlement for it. Okay. You also have the card of fame and fortune showing up here with the star. Not only does this speak about like really deep seated healing and hope and renewal, like receiving some sort of, again, like it could be a letter that's like, okay, this is coming to you, or I'm so and so and I have this to offer, and it's like, oh my God, this is life changing, and finally it's like some hope is being reinstilled in you, restored in you. But I don't think so. But even if it has, I'm not done yet. I'll be out in a little bit. Do you need to go potty? What's wrong? Okay, sorry about that. Apparently, I only have 9 minutes to wrap this up. Okay, what else? Let's read. Let's read about honey, stone circle, and milk and butter. I don't know, it just sounds so rich and luxurious and sweet. Oh, honey, sweetness. You've probably heard the phrase, you catch more flies with honey than you do vinegar, which easily applies to manifestation, magic, and even healing. Your soul attracts more with positivity, love, and compassion than it does with anger, frustration, and sadness. So if you have found yourself in a period of unrest, jealousy, heartache, or fear, know that the path to healing yourself is through allowing sweetness to swell within your being. Rejoice in the success and good fortune of others. Celebrate the good in your life rather than focusing on what's wrong or broken. Find compassion and forgiveness for those who have brought you pain. Each act of sweetness repairs the break in your heart, leading you on a journey towards restoration. Your abundance will be tenfold when you walk the path of sweetness, even if you have not felt much heartache and are currently experiencing a period of goodness gracious. Let me start that over. Your abundance will be tenfold when you walk the path of sweetness. Even if you have not felt such heartache, oh my God, much heartache, I don't know what's happening to me, and are currently experiencing a period of good fortune. The more you lean into kindness, of heart, the more increase you shall see return to you, an increase in love, wealth, health, or joy, or all of the above. We're going to claim all of the above. But that just leads us back to this haystack card, karma. You will reap what you have sown. And I feel like that's what you have been sowing, and you're going to continue to sow more sweetness, more indulgence, more luxury, more comfort, stability, all of those things. Okay, let's read about stone circle, card number 39. Actually, milk and butter first, because it's right here. Belief. The universe always provides, no matter your circumstances, and milk and butter is here to remind you to lean on spirit for all of your needs. Spirit is your eternal provider and your unlimited source of nourishment. All that is required is your belief. An intention given to the universe has no power if you do not believe it will be answered. Milk and butter brings the message of faith. If you have not seen your dreams coming to fruition, it is because deep down you are not a believer in your magic. This could be a subconscious decision, one you aren't even aware of. Perhaps you have set an intention for increased abundance, but express your lack of belief in words such as money doesn't grow on trees, or maybe you have worked a spell for business success only to later question whether or not you have what it takes to be successful. A lack of faith can and often is expressed in the quiet doubts and criticisms of your mind. But a witch who is tapped into source knows that all of her questions will be answered and all of her desires met. All of her questions will be answered and all of her desires met. Stone circle. Ceremony. Ceremony isn't just about magic and manifestation. It is absolutely a moment to channel your power and send your intentions out into the spiritual world. But it's also a moment to yourself, a devotion to the things that are most important to you, to who you're working to become, or to the life you've dreamt of for so long. My God, it would really be helpful if I could read. While there is a certain power in elaborate spiritual workings, know that magic is also available to you in the small moments of the day. You have found yourself with Stone Circle today because you have been living too fast. You are being guided to see the small magic and notice blessings, signs, and energy that are swirling around you. You'll know the small magic by the way it makes you feel. You may notice it in the warm smile of a child, or the sudden fragrance of a nearby flower, or perhaps your favorite song has been playing in the background but has only just now caught your attention. Any moment that grabs hold of you can be a ceremony of mindfulness and rest. Additionally, seek ways to invite more ritual into your daily life, as doing so is an invitation to awaken to the subtle energies all around you and an opportunity to connect with your own spiritual power. The only thing that's really popping in my head right now is to incorporate more meditation as like a daily devotion to yourself. Give yourself, even if it's just 5 minutes a day, to really turn inward, tap into yourself, and treat it as a ceremony. Treat everything you do as a ceremony, a ritual, a sacred devotion to yourself and to your life, because it is. And inject more sweetness. I know you guys are already so sweet, but the more you focus on the sweetness, not only in yourself, but around yourself, the more it'll amplify and intensify. I love you guys so very, very much. I will see you next time. Bye.